Boom, boom. This is Ken. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of AZUR laying up today. And as you can see on the screen, our ULRICH has been announced. KMS ULRICH von HUTTEN. Coming out of the blue, smacking everybody upside the head with complete stun. It is the, the earliest term that I'm getting. Not really sure where they're coming from on this one. I've heard several attempts from the Twitterverse to explain it. And you know, really not exactly sure. I mean, yes, she's very beautiful, and I'm definitely going to be draining all my cubes to get her. Uh, so as you can see, not everybody is pleased with this, simply because there's some things left open. In terms of what we're looking for. This is, we've got, the Ironblood's already got a battleship that is completely and totally omnipotent, and that is FDG. She's the most powerful ship in the game. I'm not sure why they're introducing another Ironblood ship. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I love this, okay? Okay, this is right up my alley because my Ironblood team is the strongest team that I have. I'll show you as soon as we jump back into the game. So having a battleship, that was the one back fleet was a little bit. And back fleet, you want to put Bismarck as your of course as your flagship, and you can flank her with FDG, and then that leaves another slot open where you can put Tirpitz, or you can put Graf Zeppelin if you want to do a little bit of air. Air support in terms from a carrier. Both Tirpitz and Graf Zeppelin are SSR ships. They're not bad ships. Okay, but now you're going to have Bismarck. She's going to be flanked by two ultra power battleships, making the back line. That's going to be a shelling nightmare. So don't get me wrong when I'm not displeased with this at all. Surprised. Because I was really hoping for Soviet Sky Suez so we could have the battle. Wanted to have the flagship for the Northern Fleet, but maybe sometime next year. So we're getting an H-class battleship, KMS ULRICH von HUTTEN, and as you can see by the replies from Twitter, this is a fantasy ship, meaning this ship really does not have any real life substitute or real life graphics going over. So that's why a lot of people are a little bit surprised by the move. She's an S in shelling and S in hit points. Okay. FDG. Anyone? And then an E, C. Okay. So her surrounding stats aren't that good, but of course she's a battleship, and shelling and hit points is what you want. So that's what they gave her. So it'll be interesting, but as you can see, the Twitterverse is completely awestruck. So we'll have to see exactly what happens. Now, one of the things that things that they'll be coming out with is they're going to be having new skins. I'm not going to show those here because they're not really things that you'd actually. Well, we'll go ahead and take a peek real quick. They're not actually that bad. Here they are. As you can see, they're really not that bad in terms of that. They got a skin for Udachi, Minneapolis, Hammond, Saratoga, Cooper, and Jenkins. So, basic skins in terms of that. So, we're gonna be some interesting stuff coming up. But yeah, KMS ULRICH von HUTTEN. So let's go ahead and jump into the game here. And the reason this does not upset me in the slightest is the fact that look, there's 13 and 15. Okay, 15, 13. So I've got several powerful fleets, and then I've got 15 and 14. This right here is my toughest fleet simply because of the front line. This is the toughest front line in the game right here. And as you can see right now, I've got Tirpitz, but you can substitute Tirpitz with Graf Zeppelin if you want to throw in a little bit in terms of aviation damage. As you can see, there's no carrier in this, so aviation is 0. That's FTG, of course. This is not upsetting to me at all. I enjoy battleship backfields. I do have several, This is the battleship. That's just Georgia. She's just there because I moved her somewhere. But as you can see, for my Eagle Union fleet, I have 2 carriers. Simply, if you want to put multiple carriers, if you're running Baltimore, because she gets a buff for that. Then I've got carriers, 2 carriers in here. So as you can see, I don't mind running either or. So this will just one thing to make it better. I've got some cubes, so we'll go ahead and see exactly what it takes to get her, and hopefully we'll snatch her up in the event. Then should be coming up in a day or two. Let's talk about what's going on in terms of that, though. Okay, so we've got this event going on in the meantime, and I've completed this. I just completed it today. I got my hands on Little Sandy. So let's go into the dock here. I've got her in my favorites. So she's at level 46. So you get her based on the level that this ship, that the NPC ship was at. So this is right. So, I mean, I'm not going to put her in my fleet or anything. Okay, this is purely obtain her for the actual collecting of the ship. You know, we can pair her with Little Enterprise, I guess, and we can have, we could run a little fleet, which would probably be pretty funny. I might go ahead and put that together today because we do have Little Enterprise, which was given to us quite some time ago. She's down here around here somewhere. I probably can't find her. Right there she is, Little Enterprise. So you know, I am number 1 for Little Sandy. So I did obtain her. I obtained her today. Today was the first day because it was 7 days. I ran 3-4 guys and did not get Akagi again. I've been trying to get her ever since the inception when I started playing the game. I've got Kaga probably about 5 times running 3-4, but never got her. Never got Akagi as of yet, so she's still one of the few ships that I am missing. I guess I'll get her sooner or later. All right, so that's where we're at in terms of that. So we're going to have KMS ULRICH von Hutten. It's going to be the UR ship. So if you want to get those cubes warmed up, saving your cubes to go for the pity, just to be on the safe side. I don't think I think I was I don't think I've ever had the I don't think I've had to reach the pity. Shimaka's who's on my screen right now was just ridiculous. I got like 4 or 5 of her. I'm serious. I was able to almost fully limit break her without having to purchase. I actually did purchase a bullion to actually do it, and then turned right around and didn't need it because she was already because I kept getting copies of her. But yeah, I'd fully purchased this bullion right here because you require these special bullions. I'll use one on von Hutten, of course, but and I didn't even need to use it because I kept getting copies of Shimaka. She was the UR ship. I'm hoping that I didn't use up all my luck on that. And no, I don't get any on von Hutten, but we'll have to see. So yeah, so new ship announced, Iron Blood, UR. Should be a very interesting story, and we'll have to see what goes on. But yeah, Twitterverse is a little bit in shock and awe at this moment because nobody was actually expecting. I think the primary look was it was going to be. We were thinking HMS British because of the fact that really they haven't gotten any love recently. And then there were those of us in the thought pattern that they were going to release a flagship. Usually when they have a UR ship, it's a ship of importance. One of the ships that's been teased is Soviet Sky is Soyuz. We've in the Northern Fleet event, which occurred back several months ago, she made a brief appearance in the event. It was mentioned that she was back at command, so that's why she wasn't there inside taking part in the event. But it was headed to her, and we know who she was. We knew what her name was, so it's Guy Soy. So I was expecting that was just a hint that she was going to be coming out as the next UR ship. Then they turned right around and gave us the destroyer Shimakaze, which was a little surprising too. I thought they would wait. I didn't think we'd get a UR destroyer, any more UR destroyer, until we actually had the final workup done for the destroyers. We've got some benefits from them. They've gotten a little bit more useful in terms of damage, but they're still very lacking in terms of survivability. Not as bad as they used to be. I can actually get through. I can actually, she Shimakaze does survive. I'm going to try her in 13 here. I'm doing 13 now. I cleared 12 with all 3 stars, so I'm starting to work on 13. I was actually going to work on 13 this week until they hit us with this little sandy event, and I needed to get through it quick, so I went ahead and used 3-4, which is something I could auto fast with 3 ships. I just put 3 ships. I put little Sandy in the front. I flanked her with, I think I flanked, I've got it in a formation. It was 4 ships, I think, actually. I think it was 4 ships. I think I did 3 on the front, 1 on the back. Yeah, I did 3 on the front. So I did Laffy. That's the Grazio. And then I put her, this is, and then I put it in the back foot. I just put Shikaku. Cleared it fine, just run it multiple times. I wanted her in the fleet just to double my intake. If you didn't use her, it was ridiculous. The shards were very little, and it was going to take an extremely long time to do it. I didn't have time to do that. So for the next couple of days until the new event comes out, I'm just going to go ahead and run 13 and try to get that taken care of. I didn't have any trouble with 12, 2 fleets ran flying. I'm going to use the same 2 fleets on 13. I've got San Francisco in 1 fleet, Ryu on the other, so I have no problem with healing whatsoever. I'm fine. So I shouldn't have any trouble clearing 13 at all either. We'll have to see. But I do got to do 13 because I need to get my hands on some other ships. You got Junyu and Haiyu inside of 12 and 13. So I'll do it just so I have places to auto for that. So I can get those 2 ships. I've got one of them, but I need to get the other one. I got the one on 12 too, but Junyu I think is on 12 too. Junyu or Haiyu. One of them's on 12 too, and the other's on 12-3. I got the one on 12-2, but I haven't got the one on 12-3 yet. I can actually auto 12-3 and 12-2 fine. Yeah, so that's what I spent a lot of fair time. I wanted to get those ships before I moved in 13, but I need to stop dilly-dallying. So I'll probably just go ahead and jump back in, start doing 13, because you can actually get Haiyu and Junyu inside of 13-2 and 13-3. They're in both chapters, so I can go ahead and do it and that way and get her that way, and get those knocked out. But yeah, so that's what I'll probably do until the event comes up. All right, so let's take a look and see what we got in terms of gifts. We've got some goodies. The popularity poll finals are up. We got an oath ring, a promise ring, so you can oath one of your ships. So use that wisely. Those don't come around very often. And we've got 4,000 oil, some books, some gold coins, and some experience. You want to keep your hands on your data packs simply because of the fact that you can use those. You'll be able to use them on the UR ship if you want to bring her up really fast. You can do it that way. But there also can be taken inside of the shop. You can exchange the data packs and get shards for some of the other characters if that's what you're up for. I'm not going to do that at this point. Still waiting to determine. I'm still working on. I finished the PR1. I just got a Buki and finishing her up, and then I'll jump back into PR4. Actually PR3 because I still want to do. I'm not sure exactly which way I want to go in terms of the shipyard. So I finished up at Buki in PR1. So now I have just have the one ship to get in there, but there's a Buki. As you can see, you can use coins to do her, so I've already got her up pretty far. Right now, I'm actually dilly-dallying inside of 3, and I've got Odin up. So I decided to go ahead and get her because I was looking for another possible Ironblood ship, so I was decided to go ahead and focus on her. Okay, pretty much useless now simply because of the fact that they came out with ULRICH Bunting. So, so I'll probably jump into 4, and most likely begin focusing on. Probably going to end up focusing on I'm probably just going to go. I was really considering going AZUR, but but that's, with another Iron Blood ship out there, that's really not because. So I'll probably end up switching over to Hacker U, or maybe going for Anchorage. As you can see, I've already got Anchorage most of the way completed in terms of that. All of these ships are open to me. I have the points to do any of them, but it's something I'll decide next year. No use working on batting around it right now. We'll have to see what we got in terms of von HUTTEN and how well she is and how well she performs. All right, so get in there, knock this out. You got a few more days. This event's not ending anytime soon. It doesn't end until the 28th. Okay, so you got about 6 more days to do it. Just make sure, it's best to just throw her in a fleet. Run a low level. Make sure she's in your fleet because you get double the friendship points. I was only getting, I think, like 14 friendship points running 3-4 with her in my fleet. So without her in the fleet, I would only get 7. That would have been ridiculous. Yeah, so, but you can run it, you can just set it on auto. I put 4 ships in there to make it low cost for oil, and just ran it, and it was fine. I didn't have any trouble with it whatsoever. So that might be something to do. 3-4, simply because that's where you get Kagi and a Kaga at. So if you want to get those 2 ships, Kagi and Kaga, you're going to have to, you can run those and you can get them that way. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out for me. I was hoping that I would snatch her up, but it didn't work. And I'm not going to run it anymore. It's going to jump back up into 13 and start working on it. All right, so yeah, that's what I got. So, well, get those cubes saved up. Get ready, because your ship has been announced and she's coming. So we'll have to see what she's got when she pops up. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified. So remember to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and share the video. Helps immensely in getting this video seen by more people. All right, so I'll talk at you later. This is Kendra coming at you from the corner, signing out.